Hey everyone, in this video I want to be going over this project that me and a few others are working on. If you could tell by the title of the video, it's going to be a rocket, as you can see here. We haven't really come up with a name for the project yet, so right now it's just Project Rocket Ship, but if you come up with anything, let me know in the comments. A few months ago, my friend from school, he's a senior, he just graduated, his name's AJ. He reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to be a part of a project, and that project is getting a rocket built, engineered, and in the air. So I said sure, because I mean, you can tell from my background, I build stuff and I work on electronics. And there was another person on this group, his name's Isaac. I linked his GitHub as well. He makes some pretty cool stuff with electronics as well. So yeah, we got to work on this board, which is the rocket flight computer. Pretty much right after that day, we started planning on what components we're going to use and whatnot. So in this video, I'm just going to be going over kind of what ideas we had in mind and also just what we have in store for this project. So let's get started. So most, if not all, parts that are going to be made for the enclosures for the computer and whatnot are 3D printed, and they're made out of this filament that can flex. So the reason we chose this filament is for shock absorption in the rocket, and also it's easier to slide in and out components. And you can see we have different revisions of these to house the rocket, and this is about how big it's going to be. Over there you can see how wide it's going to be, and it also allows for quicker prototyping. As for software, we're tracking all of our changes and additions and whatnot inside of a private GitHub repository. As for the computer, all the components are placed on a custom circuit board that me and Isaac designed together, and it's called BURP, which stands for Board for Unified Rocket Processing, or BURP for short. And all of this is done in a free software called KiCad. You can see here, this is the board that we've designed, and the schematic as well is here. For the ground station, which is the little box that receives everything and parses all of the information, I built my own board here, and it uses a microcontroller called ESP32. And the way these two modules talk to each other is through an antenna and a small module, which is called LoRa. On our rocket computer, you can see this small little LoRa module here. And basically what LoRa stands for is Long Range Radio Protocol, and it's also low power. On the programming side of things, for the rocket computer, I'm using Platform IO, Arduino Framework, and Visual Studio Code for writing all the code. As for the app that communicates with the ground station running on a laptop, it's written in Python. Sorry for the messy desk. I'm going to show you the ground station communicating with the rocket computer and also to the computer. Just a side note, the USB cable is solely for power. All the data is being sent over the air. So right when you see it boot up, it's immediately sending all this information down to the ground. Here's a closer look in the web interface. Not sure if I clarified that. So you have your map here, and the ground station is being plotted on the map, and also the rocket will be plotted on the map because we are using a GPS module. This tells us, or this shows us a visualization of the rocket and the direction that it is facing. Over here we have a recording status, our battery voltage, our pyros status, our video transmitter frequency, which is the frequency that the video signal is going to be sent on, the power of the video transmitter, GPS satellites, the number of satellites that the GPS module is getting, and the altitude pulled from the barometer sensor on board of our rocket computer. So down here we have our little log box, and we can also change things such as the channel and the power of the video transmitter and the pit mode. And if we head on over to our plots tab, we have our accelerometer, gyroscope, barometer, just pretty much everything you would need plotted on these graphs. And then the same thing, but as just plain numbers. So most of the CAD work is done by Isaac, Icechez, which is his call sign. Here's what he has so far. So you can see the dimensions here. The diameter of the mounts here are about 17 millimeters. I think that's correct. And this little board right here is a 20 by 20 board that has to slide into this gray mount. So it's pretty tight fit. And this is going to be plexiglass or plastic, and that's where our camera is going to be sticking out of, so we can get a good view. And you have our fins at the bottom. Everything is being ran through simulations. This is just a startup video showcasing what we're going to have. And all together, it's kind of going to look something like this. So yeah, pretty sick. If you have any questions or concerns whatsoever, please leave them in the comments. I'm just running a slideshow of what I have so far, of the board and the ground station and me building it. So this project's been going on for about, I'd say around late May or early May, late April. So yeah, I mean, we got battery power working, GPS and everything. It's pretty awesome. We are using an analog video transmitter. I tried to get HD0 working, but I didn't quite get it working. If you're watching this, Carl Zoo or whoever else is on the HD0 team, please reach out, and I would love to get it working on the rocket. Here's Isaac blowtorching one of the parts for the rocket. It's printed in TPU, and if you 3D print, you know how bad stringing is. If you got this far in the video, please subscribe and like my video to follow along with the progress of the rocket, and when we get it in the air, it will be on my channel. Thanks for watching.